Welcome, I'm Mick, an ordinary lad, and this is Sovereign Warriors.
It's fraud.
Yeah, because
it's mail
that's
fraud.
internal mail only, isn't it? Yeah.
Any mail that comes through your door has to have a paid stamp on it, and it has to be handwritten.
Yeah.
Well, they're giving you a window in a box,
Yeah.
right? Which a box is a coffin.
Yeah.
Everything it's the four corner rule.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Anything that's in a box isn't on the paper.
Yeah.
So
And the PO box on the back.
And the PO box,
Yeah.
that's how they get away with it. It's
Yeah.
like the M1 and like an A road or a B road.
Yeah.
The A1 and then a B road.
Yeah.
And what they do is they, instead of using the M1, which they're supposed to on the Postal Union,
Yeah, that's right.
they're using like an off road to get away with the mail fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To stop paying the taxes,
Just-
say. Yeah.
yeah.
The road toll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're committing fraud under the Universal Postal
That's
Union.
right, yeah.
So my idea was block your letterbox up, because every letter that comes through and it's in capital letters, that's not you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's the made up entity of you, innit?
So
yeah.
they were ignoring my letters that I was sending to them because I'm a man.
Yeah.
And I was sending it full colon Billy full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because I was sending that, they can't create joinder with a living being.
Is there
So they
is there any
ignored
proof
us.
that you were sending that though?
I've got it because I every letter that I sent was all special recorded delivery through the postal service. Yeah, I have all the proof. Everything was signed for. Yeah, so a man or a woman has put their name to that. As they've signed it, that's come acceptance.
Yeah.
And now they've accepted off me.
Yeah.
Well, they've ignored me.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm thinking to myself, I blocked my letterbox up, because if they're ignoring me,
Why not?
why can't I ignore
why
them?
not? Yeah.
Yeah? So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're cutting my door off. They've arrested me because I've come out the back of the door. As they're cutting through the door, I've had to shift my kid upstairs. He's crying, screaming his eyes out because he don't know what's going off.
Yeah,
He hasn't got a
He's
clue.
4-year-old, yeah.
He hasn't got a clue.
Yeah.
He just thinks his dad's a hero.
Yeah.
So I've gone outside the back door going, what are you doing? And I can see a load of police there. And I thought, and I said to the officer, I said, what are you doing? Are you not helping me here?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm in cuffs, I'm on the floor. They've strangled me, they've ripped my hood off, they've strangled me, they've brutally fucking manhandled me, yeah? And I've said, what are you doing? What gives you the right to come on my property? You are trespassing on my property.
But to be fair to them, you did ask the bank a few fucking questions. You know what I mean? You made it a bit awkward for them.
Yeah.
You know, well, they're entitled to come down on you, aren't they?
Well, you know...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean...
It's a bad crack, innit? All you do is ask your bank a few questions.
Yeah.
And you get all this crap, you know what I mean?
Ask the bank a few questions, get arrested 3 times.
Yeah.
It's not fucking right, mate.
No, I know it ain't, mate.
Yeah, and I've always paid my way.
Yeah, I know.
But because they brought this pandemic out and brainwashed everybody into having these vaccines and you know, they were giving them furlough. People were going, oh, sound, I just want to go on holiday. They've got all this furlough money.
Well,
It was great.
our kid did that, didn't he?
But they
went
never
on
give me
holiday,
anything.
No.
I've never asked for any handouts. I've never claimed any money off the government.
Yeah.
I've never been involved with the government.
Yeah.
I literally have worked all my life, and I've supplied for me and my children, and you know, we just want to better ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was happy at my home, and what they did was criminal.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah,
most definitely.
It was unbelievably criminal.
Because where's the meeting of minds with the contract, like you
Yeah.
say? That alone, contract law, they've overstepped it so much.
So on my story, it was like, I got arrested, they let me go 24 hours later, I'd gone and stayed at my missus' house for a couple of nights, and then I thought to myself, no, I'm going to go and get my house back. So what we did is we went and got my house back. The police come, and they They were barging through the crowd.
I was
it
there,
wasn't
mate,
the band.
yeah, I remember it,
The
yeah,
police
I remember
were
it,
barging
yeah.
through the
I remember
crowd
it,
to try
yeah.
and get the ass back.
Yeah, well, it was to see, apparently,
So
to
now-
see if the security were all right.
So now the police are aiding and abetting to obtain properties through deception.
But they are doing anyway. They're doing it all the time. Breaking Section 26 of the 2015 Criminal and Courts Act.
Yeah.
That's what they do, which carries up to 14 years.
Yes,
But at the end of the day, they're ignoring it. And when you put it on them, they all close ranks. We all know they always close ranks.
Well, they came back a couple of days later, and a copper came to the door, and he was stood on his own, and he went, "Mr. Morrell." I said, "No, mate."
I remember.
I said, that's who I am there on the window. There's my identification. It's a sworn affidavit, and it's a live life claim. I said, that's who I am. He went, "I'm arresting you. Breach of bail." Right? Because what the police did is they put me on bail.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I know they did. Yeah, I
They
know
put me on bail. They arrested me like assaulting people.
Yeah.
And we were going, what do you want? What do you want? We pushed them back and we said, "No, you're not coming on here. It's private property." Right. So next thing you know, there's a load of police there. There's an inspector there and everything. And they've come down and we've said, "Look, we've took this house back lawfully because that's what we're doing. We're recapturing it because the banks are committing fraud. Here's the paperwork. That's what we've got. Off you go."
And they did go
The
eventually,
inspector's
to be fair,
seen the paperwork. He's gone, "Right, I'm happy with that." He can't argue with it because a fact is a fact.
Plus, he's on camera by Bannerman.
So we've sent him on his way.
Yeah.
We've sent him on the way. And, So what I did then is they give me bail conditions, so I wasn't allowed on my street.
Yeah.
So what I'd done is my missus was saying to me, "Billy, you can't go back on the street or she'll get arrested." And I thought, nah, fuck this. I'm going back. That's my house. How can they stop me from going on my street?
On an illegal one, there's not even a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the warrant.
The courts are illegal anyway. They're not even caught a record.
The warrants that they showed me,
Yeah.
right, for the eviction notice,
Yeah.
the warrants that they showed me 4. They all had different dates. None of them was signed, and they were all from different courts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the fuck? I've not even seen these courts. They sent me to Nottingham Court, which I never went to.
Yeah.
They sent me to Leeds Court,
Yeah.
which I never went to,
Yeah.
because they never ever sent me anything to say that you've got to go to court.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm like, whatever. I blocked my letterbox up, not bothered. So a couple of days later, I've gone back to my house. I'm there, maybe 24 hours. I get a knock on the door. An officer stood at my door. And I said, "Can I help you?" He was like, "Mr. Morrell." I said, "No, that's not me."
That's right.
And he's like looking at me and he went, "Mr. Morrell?" I said, "No, that's me there. I'm on the window. I've got a live life claim. I've got a sworn affidavit, and you're now trespassing."
Yeah.
Put the handcuffs on me and arrested me. Next thing you know, there's like 30 police in riot gear come from round my caravan. So they were all hiding behind the caravan.
Yeah. It was a police operation, a military operation, mate. Yeah, I know.
So they put the handcuffs on me and took me to the police station.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when I got to the police station, I never gave them my name. I never created any joinder. And I also said to them that I don't answer questions.
Yeah.
So what they did then is they put me in the cell. They put me in cell number 13. Unlucky for some, he said.
Yeah, but it ain't.
I said, "It ain't unlucky for me,
It
mate."
ain't for me either.
I said, "Because I haven't done anything."
Yeah.
So anyway, they kept me in there for 24 hours, woke me up, well, I didn't even go to sleep. They woke me up in the morning, they opened the cell, went, "Come on, get on this bus. Your bus is here." I thought, what the heck?
What fucking
So
bus?
there's like a meat wagon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know that they send you to prison.
I've been in a few. Yeah,
And
you
they're
know
telling
what I mean?
they're telling me, while I'm there, you're going to get remanded today.
Right, that's what that was
and
about.
I'm looking at it and I'm going, what for?
Yeah.
I've not broke the law.
Was this for when you stepped on the street, apparently?
So apparently I broke my bail
By
conditions.
stepping on the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
your
I-
toenails fucking
No,
over that white line.
no, that's a different. That's a
Oh,
different,
a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
This one, when I went and took the house back,
Yeah.
2 days later, they come and arrested me.
Oh, well, I
for-
was on
for
the same
breaching
back with
ba-
you, but I didn't know you got arrested
No,
2 days later
no,
for that.
2 days later,
Yeah,
I got
I didn't know
arrested.
that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
So anyway, they took me down to the cop shop. They took me to court in the morning. As I walked through the thing, the bloke's gone, "Morning, mate, are you all right? Come and stand on that line." I said, "No, thank you."
Yeah.
And he went, what's your name? I said, I don't answer questions.
Yeah.
He went, get him out of here.
Yeah.
A load of guards come, took me down this cell,
Yeah.
and I just sat in there and I thought, I can't wait to get in that court. I'm going to destroy them for what they did to me.
Yeah.
Coming round my house while my 4-year-old kid's in there,
Yeah.
right, scaring him to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, and my missus,
Yeah.
and they're having panic attacks and all that. I thought, I can't wait to get in court.
Yeah.
So I'm sat there in this cell, and the bloke comes to me and he goes, yeah, mate, do you want a coffee? I said, I won't take nothing from you. I don't take anything from strangers. And I said, you'd probably poison me.